Yes, it's done. You can start.
Yeah. Hello everyone. So this is second session of our AI session where we are dealing with AI foundations from zero to Fluent, and today we'll also see Fluent to Fearless in terms of how to handle Salesforce AI use cases with client as a consultant, how we have to approach it. Okay, and before starting today's session, I'll give a brief intro of what happened in the previous session. So I have shown this one. This is one agent we have built on built using the AI features that is available for free, like LLM for free and other agents and tools which are available. The agent is Salesforce QA agent. Like we'll be having a BRD, and from that you can see here. First step is we have to upload our BRD. Then the LLM will look at the content in the BRD and will create the scenarios out of it. And that scenario, based on the scenarios, the system tool itself will create test cases. And for that test cases, the AI agent will get connected to our Salesforce org which we want to test, and the automatic testing will happen for each test case, and finally we can download the test report also. Okay, this was one basic one which we built. This is not tested, scrutinized and all. This is like just to see what is possible, we have built it. And yeah, from the BRD the scenario has been extracted, and in third step test case has been created from the scenarios, and execute test cases by connecting it to the Salesforce org. Here we have to connect the Salesforce org. Here we can connect sandbox, and later we can connect the partial sandbox, full sandbox also, and that testing will happen on that instance. And next is we can download the test report. So this was built using these stacks. The architecture is basically we'll be uploading the BRD, and then text cases will be extracted from it. The AI will agent will do that, and LLM reads the requirement, and the scenarios extracted, test cases generated from that, and Salesforce login. Whatever we can change the instance also. The login is given, and playwright executes on the browser, and results classified and Excel report is finally downloaded. These are the stacks we have used. Olama is one of the free LLMs available model, and Python docs was used, and two AI agents, one to extract the business scenarios from the BRD and other to convert it as a test case. Two agents there, and playwright as a browser automation to execute the test case on the Salesforce instance. Basically we don't have to deep learn all these tech stacks, because tech stacks vary. We can use any stack that is available in the market. What we have to understand in terms of building it is the architecture, what we need, and how that needs to be done, how troubleshooting has to be done, like that. Those are the fixed knowledge skill set we will be having irrespective of what tech stacks that comes in future. And Streamlit and Open by Excel for different use cases. And here is the basics foundation, what we need to know if we want to get full hands-on on executive level hands-on on IA. This is like basic AI. When it started, AI is nothing but if a machine do some work based on the rules we are giving, that is AI. And what is machine learning? It is just opposite of it. Like based on the output, if it is giving the rules, then it is machine learning. And deep learning is a model. Deep learning is a model, like here it uses neural network model. There will be so many nodes connected, and the instead of having one sequential process, it will have parallelly so many processes running, so you will get output in a short time. That is neural network, like how our brains work. The same model is used for deep learning in machine learning AI, and based on this you will be generating the contents like words, uh, images, code, audio. This is called transformer. Transformer is nothing but how this is the transformer is the logic which cracks the generative GPT logic. It is only used in all the models that is being released now. Transformer is the logic that cracked all the AI stuff. And then this is basically for generating things, and next is agent, which will do the action. Instead of generating, it will itself will go and do action like SDR, like sales development representative. Whatever action is done by that person, that will be done by this agent. So acting on one use case is nothing but an agent. This is the tree. And next, what AI is and what AI is not. AI is a pattern recognition based on the chunk of data we have. Like in current world, we have lot of data on internet. So based on all the data, this AI model will recognize the pattern, and based on the statistics. Like for one question, there will be so many answers. So based on the statistical data, like what is the highest probability for this to be the best answer, it will do the statistical prediction on that pattern, and then it will create content on it, and it will classify also, and decision support. It will have 2 3 decisions, 5 decisions, 1000 decisions, and it will select one. So these are the actions. These are all nothing but a. What it is not is, it won't think. It has no sentiment, it is not self-aware, it just predicts the next word based on the chunk of data we have. If we have wrong data, or if we have one-sided data, then it will predict wrongly. It will not think, we don't have any sentiment, it will be not accurate, and it is not definitely human replacement. It is not any magic, it is only max, and it is free of, it is not free of bias. It will be biased based on the input we are feeding, and guardrails we are setting. If the guardrails is proper, then we can control that bias and all. And how LLM works. Uh, See here, as we told, in internet there are billions of data. That data will be read by the models. That model will read everything and recognize what is the pattern in there using vector embedded patterns, and it will be predicting the next word. LLM is nothing but predicting the next word and giving a proper, giving the response based on the next word that has been predicted. So it is like we are asking a question in ChatGPT or Claude. Okay, and actually what is happening in the backend is, based on all the question we have and based on the LLM database, whole data, that is vector database, it will predict just one word, and again it will reread the whole content, like what we are asking and what is in the database. It will predict the next word. Like that, this next word prediction, not only word, next token prediction is happening for each and every cycle. It is happening, and it is producing. That's why a lot of energy is needed to run one data center. Like it is running like madly. Like every word, every token is cycled for each and every question that is being asked. Okay, it is not like it is like computer works. It is binary, no, like it will recognize 1 and 0. Likewise here LLM works on tokens. That is, it will separate a word into different tokens, and it will be generating, it will be predicting the next word, and that is how we are getting the whole PPT output or word output or image output. Okay, and why AI makes things up, like why it is lying. Sometimes if we ask a question and no single time it will say the same answer for the same question we are asking. Every time it is generating a different answer, no, how it is happening. And it will not always be right, it will also accept. For the first time if we are asking some questions, it will say something, and next time it will totally change, but every time it will be confidently saying something which is wrong. Why it is happening is it is predicting wrongly. Mathematical error it will do. How to prevent that error? That error is nothing but hallucination. It is hallucinating a wrong answer and confidently placing that to us. How to avoid it is by grounding the reality. Okay, you answer me based on this data only. Do not predict or assume anything and generate stuff. That grounding is nothing but RAG, retrieval augmented generation. RAG, how AI gets the right answer is with RAG. Without RAG, what it will do is, for example, if a agent using Salesforce, will take as an example, if they are asking what is the stock count of this chair, if Stanley sales user is asking that stock check of that particular chair, then the LLM reads the old data. It will refer to other companies' data also, whichever is available in the internet. It will check that and randomly it will tell 200. Okay. It will confidently tell. It will not even be saying I'm doubtful and all or ask any questions. So this is how, this is what will happen if there is no RAG, if the data is not grounded. But if you are grounding it to the Salesforce data you already have, that is your order inventory details, then it will check your inventory stock and answer the correct number of stocks that you have. That is why RAG is important. Here we have like data cloud in Salesforce. No, data cloud is needed for this RAG purposes, for grounding the data. For grounding the inputs only, we have the data cloud. And what is the difference between chatbot, copilot and agent we have seen? Chatbot is nothing but you ask question and it answers. It's this is before AI era, we had chatbot. We'll have an automation like a decision tree. If you ask this, then this. If you want to connect to, like it is basically calling someone and for English language click 1, for Tamil click 2, like that, that is chatbot. And copilot is it is human executes it is copilot is nothing but AI assistant we have. If we want to summarize, if we are sitting on one case record and that case has been happening for 1 year, so many conversation has happened, we just want to know what is the summary of it, what I have to do. I am just a new person assigned to this case, let me know. Copilot is there for you. It will tell what is the summary of it, what is the sentiment of that client, how you have to approach it. Even it will draft you what comment you have to put next. That is copilot. And next is agent. Instead of me sitting there, copilot, this agent itself will reply. So that is what agent do, like it will act on something. It will plan, it decides, acts based on the guardrails and the sub-agent logic we have set to the system. This agent will work like that. And multi-agent is nothing but, in the previous example which we have worked out, I have shown, no, 2 agents were there. Likewise, if we are orchestrating more than 1 agents to do one workflow, that is called multi-agent. And what is token? Now by the time you are very well aware of token, because while working on cloud you will be running out of token, so you have to wait for two more hours to get more tokens. So token is nothing but see, if you are feeding this sentence into the system, there is 1 token, customer is 2 tokens, complaint is 2 tokens. Likewise, it has a numerical thing assigned to it. So every token will be charged. If you are asking a question, that they call it as context window. Okay, maybe it will come later. Context window means what question we are asking and what is the previous discussions you had. This all will go as context to the LLM. With this context, for this question, what is the answer, that will do research on all the data it has for that model. So this is called context window, and how many tokens are present in this context window decides how you are consuming the LLM you are using. How that token calculation works is based on this. Like it's not randomly, there is a science, there is a math behind how the tokens are defined. A token is roughly 3/4 of the word. It is for English language. When it comes to Chinese and all, Japanese and all, it is very difficult to separate it as token, it seems, because their phonetics and all are involved, they used to say. So for English, tokenization is little bit easy when compared to other language. This you can remember, like 3/4 of English word average size of 1 token in English, and thousands token 70 words. One A4 sheet of question if you are asking, it will consume 1000 tokens. So you have to be mindful when you are using the tokens. Then context window is nothing but maximum token a model can see. You would have practically seen, if you are asking questions in ChatGPT or Cloud, in that particular window, in that particular chat, it will run out of the tokens and it will ask you to create a new chat and have that conversation. That is called context window, because while asking the question, it will not only feed your recent question, it will also feed the previous questions and discussions you had. That is why that whole conversation is called context window. Not only tokens are in limit, even the context window has limit. And cost per token varies for different models in different vendors. Different vendor is ChatGPT, Claude, and models are Sonnet and all, you will see, right? That is model in each vendors. Each model is having different use cases, different capabilities. Based on our requirement, we can choose the model and go ahead. We don't have to remember anything because it will change every day. We can browse it at that time and can make use of it. And next is what happens in 800 millisecond. You click, like you ask some question, and security gate parallel to Salesforce security gate is you would have heard of Einstein trust layer. No, in that trust layer, you will be masking the data because you don't want to pass your personal information. Even in your ChatGPT, you are using the ChatGPT as your personal friend. Now you will be sharing all your personal information into it. You don't want your information to go into LLM. So before sending into LLM, it will mask the data, and LLM will also have zero data retention. It also don't want to corrupt its mind now based on our input. So this security gate is there, and context build. Data fetched added to prompt as context, and model call, then only we'll be calling the model, and here you can see data retention. So if there is election, if you want one political party to win, you can't manipulate the LLM sitting here from your arc. Only the model people can do that manipulation. So it will not retain some zero data retention, and response and log. This is how uh, by the time you are asking the question and it is responding, this is what happening in the backend. As soon as you ask the question, it will go to security gate, prevent your data by masking, and it will send all your context information into it, and the model will be called, and that will be prompting, sending to AI, and zero retention, and response will be given to the platform. That is by us user, we are doing that, and this is controlled by platform. Platform means if you are having Salesforce, if you are running that agent on Salesforce, that platform is Salesforce, and your configuration, context built, and model provider, any LLM provider. For example, if you are using agent force that is running on Salesforce platform, Hyperforce they call, and on top of it you can call any LLM. Even Salesforce has Einstein LLM, or it can be integrated to free Llama LLM or to Claude LLM. Now they have Claude partnership also, so ChatGPT partnership, and model provider, and you can get the output in the platform. This is what is happening between the ask and the response. Yeah, this is what basically about our first session. And next what we are going to see is how it is interlinked, how it will sit on Salesforce AI foundation logics. So LLM here in generic AI terms we have LLM. In Salesforce we have Einstein foundation models, Salesforce LLM layer. It not only restrict its own LLM model, it also encourages us to integrate it to other AI models also. For example, Einstein drafts a follow-up email for a sales rep. It predicts the next word based on the opportunity data and the activity data. Everything it will analyze, everything will be given as prompt during that query, and email will be drafted. Then we can send it. So this is what LLM does, getting all the information and drafting that email. Next is what Copilot does. In generic terms, it's Copilot. Here we call it as Einstein Copilot, basically assistant. If I am a service agent sitting there working, similar example, like if I am working on that case, I am newly appointed today, that case was so far being handled by other sales representative. This is kind of business, one case will run for years. So I need to know the context. I can ask summary, it will give me, because it is a assistant, it is an agent. It can do more than just generating the content. It will tell me what next you have to do, like that. And next is agent. Parallel to that is autonomous Salesforce actions. Here in Salesforce we can create any agent for any use case, that we can see it later, or it's not easy to cover all the things. So you can do trial head, we have specialist certification thing, no, champion, uh, innovator, legend, three things you have. Meanwhile, you will be learning how to configure that agent, create that agent itself. Salesforce, they are saying you can create one agent in seconds. They are saying that word. So we should try that in playground org. And yeah, what agent does, Salesforce agent does is at 2 a.m. if there are so many leads coming in, if there is any, for example, if it is a real estate customer and you are having one event at Dubai, the real estate is operating in India. So at midnight, you will be having lots of leads coming in. You don't have agents working at that time, human agents working at that time. So you can, what you can do is proactively, you can have one AI agent running at that time to do all the action, to reach out to them immediately as soon as they leave the event, and whatever you need, you have the business strategy, you can make the AI do that in any time. That is what is use case of this AI agent and RAG. Uh, in general AI terms, they call it as RAG, and here also we have RAG layer in data cloud configured. RAG is a model that is running on our data cloud. What it does is, without data cloud, without data, it can't read any input and give you the output, right? So data cloud is mandatory for Agentforce. Unified customer profile data, whatever questions you are asking, it will refer data cloud structured input and give you the answer. Einstein guesses product price with data. Okay, without data cloud, it just guesses the price. It will not say no until you set up the guardrail. Do not guess, refer data cloud only. If you are setting this as a guardrail, then it will not guess, otherwise it will guess. But if you have data cloud, then Einstein reads the live price and answers correctly. This is the use case of RAG, retrieval augmented generation. This is one important topic in AI builds. And next is hallucination risk. Whenever a question arises in terms of security or scalability, privacy settings, everything, the one answer in Salesforce is Einstein trust layer. It does everything. What it does is, when you ask a question, it will mask all your PIA personal information. After masking, it will send to the LLM. LLM, after generating, it will have zero retention, and then the output will be checked for any biases or toxic content, and then the output will be given. This is what is happening in Einstein trust layer. While learning the, in that trial head, you will have that picture and all, it will be easy for you. And example for this is a rep's name and account number are stripped from the prompt before it reaches the LLM. It will be masked or it will be removed. And the response comes back clean and remasked before display. Okay, this varies. You can refer to the trial head. You will have a deep learning uh, how the Salesforce AI stack works, like from the foundation to top. You can refer to the trial head. But here it is basically trust layer. That is the primary thing in AI, and then you need data plus retrieval augmented generation, where you can refer the data and send. Intelligence is nothing but models. And you can get more questions on vector embedding when it comes to data cloud and RAG. Vector embedding is nothing but there is tokens, no. Tokens, it will not keep it in English or Japanese or in that specific language. It is world, the model is universal, irrespective of the languages. So it will convert whatever the token is in whichever language, it will convert to a number, list of number. One number, comma two number, three numbers will be called as vector. And if you are sending dog as a token, it will convert it to a number. For example, 1, 2, 3. And if you are sending puppy, then it will be that number, no, vector number will be related to the dog. So if you are model, while generating the content, it will relate dog and puppy are same. I kind of related. If it is this is what they call it as semantic search, based on the meaning from the, irrespective of the language, irrespective of the colloquial language or whatever you are using, based on the meaning it will search. that word is semantic language. You will see that in Trailhead. And Einstein model, foundation LLM, prediction, classification. NLP is natural language processing. Okay, you can ask in whatever language you have. Since we have this vector embedding in place, the system, I mean in AI system will recognize it as a token and numbers, and will do that AI prediction and will get the output. So NLP, natural language processing, is a thing there. It is important to have that in LLM. And vision, custom models. Custom models is you can customize it. So ChatGPT, it's delivering world content. No, whatever you are asking, it's delivering. But if you are creating a model for a particular use case for this enterprise only, then you can customize it to answer that model to these specific grounded information in this language only. That will reduce the number of tokens you are consuming. So that way you can customize the models also. So anything you can customize based on this unit, unit tools. And Einstein Copilot, you have autonomous agents also. You have agents you can build. There are various examples also given for each industry use cases. And next is what are the most predominant AI products that we are using in Salesforce are these things like Einstein Prediction Builder, opportunity like which will get high chances to get converted, and which will go churn. If the trend is like they are not renewing the opportunity at all, if the there are so many cases being raised and they are not happy with the feedback. So if these based on all these trends that we have in data cloud, it will predict whether that will have possible renewal or they'll go churn. It is in risk, work on it. Like that, it will predict the use cases that we can build, configure it in Agentforce. Next use case is Einstein next best action. As a salesperson, I will have some 100 opportunities in my plate. I will not know what to prioritize based on the revenue that is going to come out of that opportunity, or close date, which I have to prefer right now, today, what I have to work on. So it will give me what is the best opportunity I have to work on, and what is the next best action I have to do, whether I have to get on a call with them to get it cracked, or whether I have to give more discount, go on negotiation, like what I have to do on that opportunity to get it cracked. This is for sales use case. Similarly, we can have for other industry use cases, other cloud use cases also, next best action. And Einstein case classification, uh, high, if the based on the volume, if there are so many cases coming in, then you can easily classify it and assign it to a respective uh, specialist who's capable of solving that case. That is case classification. So service cloud is the one cloud which most of the users are using Salesforce. So this is one of the highly used feature. And next is Einstein Copilot. Reps spend time writing, summarizing, searching, like what I have to talk to them. Instead, if I go to that case or if I go to that lead, it will tell me what I have to do next. So that is one kind of assistant. It's not like one Salesforce or will use all these use cases, but based on their requirement, they'll choose whatever is needed for. Probably one or two they'll use. And Agentforce agent, this is for service cloud digital services. So it's basically they have where is my package in Amazon. If they want to ask where is my package located, it's not yet delivered, today's delivery date. That kind of task that need not be a human agent doing that. So we can have agent force to do all that kind of work. Some kind of complex escalations only will go on to have human agent interactions. And next is Einstein for flow and Apex. So we don't, here we are using AI agent to have LLM logic. Not only that, inside a flow and Apex also, we can invoke and get LLM logic into Apex and flows. And next is what is the pricing, how similar to how sales cloud, service cloud products, how AI products are priced in Salesforce is given here. If you are buying Copilot, Einstein Copilot, it is approximately 75 USD. Again, this is what is displayed, but Salesforce will be giving more offers in different use cases. Approximate cost is 75 USD per user per month. If you see the licenses subscription model will be user per month. Okay, few will be per year. Data cloud you can buy per year, and here agent force you can see this is for per conversation. If you having one conversation, that then $2 is done based on the usage. So for different feature, different products, you are having a different kind of pricings and prices. Here Einstein prediction builder, it will be bundled with other, if you are buying sales agent for sales cloud, then that will be bundled there along with that, or if you are buying separately $75 per user per month. Einstein trust layer, there is no charge if you are it, because that is the foundation of the agent force, so it is free of cost. Decision matrix, if you are okay, this is what our foundational point which we need to know in Salesforce. Next is, if you are talking to the client, what you have to tell is like we need a agent force, we need a AI will set it up. No, that's not like really easy. We first need clean data. Even during for a greenfield project, right away we can't go for any AI agent setup, because at that time we will not have real time data. We can do data migration, but still after running the opportunity, only after 6 months they will suggest to have uh, go for AI. By that time only we will have clean data, that unified profile will all be there in the data cloud. Then we have to run AI on top of it, so that it will have relevant data, required data to give its output. And it will we have to check whether that's that much volume. If you have only 5 if you have only 1000 records in one object, and if you want to run AI on it, that is not worth it. You need to have volume to have AI, to have a best uh, break even ROI. Next is human judgment required every time. So in that case, if human judgment is required often, then AI may not be the right fit. It should be a standalone process, not requiring human intervention often. It should be ideally be logic set and given to it, instead of we making the person to sit and approve every time. We have to give a business logic. Okay, if this is the case, approve it. If this is not, only in this rare condition, get it to me. Like that, we have to give logic to it. And next is feature licensed or affordable to the client, whether they can get proper ROI out of it, right? Like instead of having that agent force, some kind of ROI, it should be profitable. No, they should not be burning their money on just for the sake of having AI. They should not have and burn the money. So we should evaluate all that before suggesting one AI use case to any client. So we have to see whether data is there, and whether that particular use case we are suggesting is repetitive, or they have sufficient usage volume for that use case, and whether human judgment is involved often, and you have to correct it with logic, and then whether we can show ROI after implementing the agent, that we have to see as consultants. And next, what are the different types of clients? Client readily will believe AI, and other client, same client, different stakeholders. Someone will believe it, someone will be skeptical, confused, and regulator. So we have to be prepared to handle all such different archetypes of the clients. This is how to have discovery call of AI use case. Discover the pain, map the pain to product. It should not be like you buy this product and making them buy. No, we should understand the business pain points and solve it with the agent. We don't have to give any ready-made agent also. We can customize the agent and give it based on their pain points only. So the grounded single point should be to solve their problem, to solve their pain points, and give a visible ROI at the end of it. We have to have a success metric before even committing to one AI solution. Yeah, and next is AI mastery. What you have to, what you can do is in trial head, you can go for these 3 levels. Like champion, in champion you will be learning all the basic theoretical part. In innovator you will be implementing some use cases in the trial head playground. So you will have hands-on on it. Salesforce is saying you can create agents in seconds, that I really want to go on innovator and create it. And legend, after doing these 3 exercise in trial head, you can try agent force specialist certification also. That certification they are referring to developers, consultants, project managers, everyone. That, because that covers everything in IA. That's all. Any questions you have? Or any specific topic we have to go deep dive? Here there are some more topics we have, like how the reasoning engine works, what are the nitty-gritties, but you will learn it once you are doing the trial head exercise also. And how the Salesforce headless 360 works. This Salesforce is trying to go UI less with trial head 360. So, but it is too much, we can go one by one. I'm also yet to read what is headless 360. So there is a lot more coming up newly, and recently before 1 month what Salesforce does is for mid-level and small scale industries, no, some baby, sorry, for such sector they have came up with a bundle of AI agent force use case, so that you don't have to have this volume based whether you will get ROI or not. This is specifically for mid-level and smaller companies. So they are being very innovative. We have to update us more quickly. We have to understand the framework of how these Salesforce products and architecture works, instead of memorizing what is there on top of it. Because whatever there on top of it, now they are keep on changing it. So base we have to be thorough, and topping we can do before going to a client discussion anytime. Ask at least one doubt, no? No doubt.
Now let me ask people sitting there, what is agent force?